voice comes with the voice of justice, the voice upholds peace. The Voice is Building Bridges, your radio advocacy platform aimed at building trust and fostering peaceful coexistence among communities, ethnicities, and groups. Building Bridges comes up every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. on J119 FM, an initiative of TEKAN Peace Desk with support by Bread for the World.
All right, good morning out there in the city of Jos. It's the 24th day of the 11th month in the year 2021, and program is Building Bridges, a program brought to you by TEKAN Peace Desk with support from Bread for the World. On this program, we seek to build bonds of love, we seek to build bridges of peace between people, ethnicities, and groups. So whatever you do legally, wherever you are, this program is for you. This program is for the entire community. Whether you are there at your places of business, or you are there in your offices, this program is for you. Or you are there in the community, or you are residing or currently in Diangwa, this program is for you. We seek to unite everyone wherever you are, irrespective of what you do. This program is for you, and we'll be doing just that again on this edition of Building Bridges. Today we shall be going forward with our conversation we had last week. We're running a series. Currently, we're going to communities, seeing how local peace initiatives are carried out in those communities. And you recall that 2 weeks back we actually visited Girl community. We also visited Tudunwada community, where we look at local peace initiatives within those axes, especially from the perspective of the youth groups in those areas. And also last week we also had a visit to 2 communities, the Nabor community as well as the recourse communities, where we look at the local issues from those 2 communities, and then what are those initiatives that are carried out to ensure that these communities remain peaceful, to ensure that everyone in the community is carried along, to ensure that everyone in the community is given a sense of ownership, a sense of belonging, and that yes, everybody in the community participates in communal development. Most importantly, where we have peace, development is sure to happen in that community. And on this edition of Building Bridges, we shall be taking a drive down to Dadin Kowa community as well as Laranto communities. We have the youth leaders in the 2 communities here with us in the studio. So our topic for today remains the same: contextualizing local peace initiatives in Dadin Kowa community and Laranto community. And we have the youth leaders here. To do justice to this interesting topic, we have Mr. Yakubu Tangni. Mr. Yakubu Tangni is the Laranto youth leader. Good morning, Mr. Yakubu.
Yeah, good morning.
Glad to have you here. Also, we also have the youth leader from Dadin Kowa here with us, in person of Mr. John Mark. Mr. John Mark is the youth leader, Dadin Kowa Kangang to be specific. You're welcome, Mr. John.
Thanks for having me.
We're glad to have you with us in the studio, and we'll do justice to this interesting topical issue together with these 2 interesting personalities. Listeners, you always know, as you are well aware, we usually talk about burning issues as it affects people, especially the generality of the residents here in the city of Jos, and by extension the environs. On this edition of Public Interest Corner, we call it, and on this edition of Public Interest Corner, we shall be taking a look at the increasing cost of living. If you are in Nigeria, or if you are a resident in Plateau State, it's no longer news to you the spike in prices of commodities. The prices just keeps going on by the day. The prices of commodities you can buy within minutes or within days. You can go back and then it has already changed, it has already increased. And all these have effect on the people. The buying power remains the same, but the price of commodity keeps going up by the day. And we have the government thinking about removal of wealth subsidy again, actually to replace it with payment of 5,000 naira each to poorest of the poor, as the case may be. And people have asked, what is the yardstick for determining the poorest of the poor? We're running a capitalist economy or a pseudo-socialist economy, where we have the government actually indirectly, giving out money to people. So instead of giving out money to people, why not give capacity to people to ensure that, yes, people are able to provide for their own needs, So we're calling on the government to ensure that, yes, we have a level playing ground, especially for small businesses to thrive. While we're thinking about the increasing cost of living, when we have an enabling environment where small businesses can thrive, yes, people can be able to afford basic needs. People can be able to ensure that, yes, businesses are going on, that cost of production especially, goes down. All this will have effects on the prices of commodity, as the case may be. You're doing small business out there, ensure that you do justice, you do what you're supposed to do. And we're calling on government to ensure that, yes, a leveling environment is provided where small businesses can thrive. Yes. So if you're doing small business out there, if you're a small business or small scale business owner out there, yes, we celebrate you on this program. And we encourage people that have vision, that have ideas, ensure that you engage your ideas, put your ideas to work. That will be the size of our package on the public interest corner. Thanks for listening. Now we shall be delving into the discussion on today's edition of Building Bridges. After this break, as we take a message from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
In an ever-changing world, there is a demand for a voice, which echoes the thoughts and yearnings of the common man. That voice comes with truth. It's a voice of justice, and ultimately, the voice upholds peace. The Voice is Building Bridges, your radio advocacy platform aimed at building trust and fostering peaceful coexistence among communities, ethnicities, and groups. Building Bridges comes up every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. on J11.9 FM, an initiative of TEKAN Peace Desk with support by Bread for the World.
You are welcome back from that short break as we took message from our sponsors. The program remains Building Bridges, a program brought to you by TEKAN Peace Desk with support from Bread for the World. And we are contextualizing local peace initiatives in Dadin Kowa community as well as Laranto communities. We have the youth leaders here with us. Let's quickly start from the Dadin Kowa community. Mr. John, how's Dadin Kowa this morning, Kangang?
Wow, Dadin Kowa was so beautiful. And the people there are living peacefully. As the name Dadin Kowa is the enjoyment of everybody.
So Kowa na jin daɗi kenan.
Kowa na jin daɗi ba kariya wannan.
Na gode maka. All right, let's go to Laranto. How's Laranto this morning, Yakubu?
Very, very wonderful. You need to see the people of Laranto living very, very happy. Yes, the tension of hatred between each other has drastically been brought down by so many activities. So Laranto is good.
Okay, so you mentioned the fact that the tension has been reduced to the barest minimum. Yeah. Let's look at initiatives that you've carried out to ensure that, yes, people work within themselves, to ensure that, yes, there is no tension, as the case may be.
Yeah, you see, for the past few months, we have been having this peace meeting within the community of Bible Faith. It's part of Laranto, Bible Faith with Shagari Corner. Yes, it's called the JTF Joint Task Force movement, being headed by Engineer Lomak. Yeah, now that movement so far has brought a very, very wonderful and long-lasting peace within these two neighboring communities, because that Shagari Corner Bible Faith has been a flashpoint. Yes, on so many various civil unrest, we normally have casualties within those regions. Okay. But for the past, like the last civil unrest that we had, I can gladly and happily tell you that we hadn't any case over there. Yes, because of the understanding that we had. We had to, yes, couple with the Vigilante Hunters Association, community police. We came together, we organized a meeting, we said, no, we should put an end to this. This cannot be happening under our watch. If there's any civil unrest happening in Jos, we, the youths and the local securities, will come out and secure anybody that is passing through those roads. We'll make sure you get to a safe point, then we'll go back. We avoided any form of harassment, any form of attack on anybody that is moving. And so far, they kept to their promises over there, and we also kept to our own promises. So there was no any casualty.
Interesting. So we'll come back to Laranto community. Let's look at Dadin Kowa. You know, what are the issues down there in Dadin Kowa?
In Dadin Kowa, I don't think we have much issue because of the synergy that is existing between the both faiths. And we, the youth leaders there, have resolved if there is any bad egg among us, that is people that are causing a lot of problem, either from the Muslim side or from the Christian side, the youth leader must fetch out such people and be handed over to the law enforcement agency. Else, the youth leader will be responsible.
You know, we have this situation whereby, you know, most communities in Jos are already divided along lines of religion. You know, you see this religion staying in this particular community, this religion staying in that particular.
To resolve it amicably.
So by extension, you are saying you have a larger forum whereby all the youth leaders from the various communities meet to discuss emerging issues.
A lot.
Okay, let's look at Laranto. How have you been able to manage the issue of division along religious lines? Let's say, okay, this religion staying in this particular side of the community, this staying in that particular side of the community.
Yeah, I think gradually that system is fading away. Because as I'm speaking to you right now, I think I have a Muslim neighbor.
Interesting.
Yes, Fort doing it at GH Luxury.
That's December, right?
This December.
Good.
Yeah. So anybody that is less busy, you're invited. Come and see the coexistence of Laranto community, the new face of Laranto. Yes, it has changed. Yes.
Okay, so by extension, you're inviting people out there to join you for that carnival. Mr. John Mark, do you have such activities down there in Dadin Kowa?
Yes. Ours is not a carnival.
Okay.
Usually, every 26th of December, we usually invite our parents, that is the elders, from the Muslim side and the Christian side to play football, which is usually fun. After they play the football, then the youth in turn will also play our own football.
Interesting.
After